Hey, welcome back to the shop. Let's talk about reducing shake on your lathe because it's quite annoying to start with a blank that you're turning at like 250 or 300 and it's just beating you up. If that's your case and you never experience roughing out the first few passes at like 600 to 900 and two smooth passes get your blank around, then you're cheating yourself out of great pleasure of turning. So the best way to, first of all, you should set up your lathe properly where it's level this way, is level this way, but it's also level all the way across, because as beefy and heavy as this looks, if it's like really out of whack, you will actually twist the bedways, and that will mean that your tailstock won't line up with your headstock, and you will have shake no matter what you do. So that's the first part. The second part is that even though you have it there, if you look at this lathe above the legs, all the weight is in this end, which is the equivalent, if you sit in a chair and you kind of lean back and you go too far, and it tends to make you fall flat on your butt. Same thing happens here. I mean, you're gonna put a heavy blank here and add even more weight to this end. And the second that you spin it, this end is gonna try to lift off the ground. So hence the adding weight part, but we'll talk about that in a second. Let's just keep going with the standard way. So what you do is you get a blank mid-size to your lathe. Let's say this is 18. Let's get something like 10 to 12 inches in diameter. You put it on a faceplate, put it on your lathe, turn on your lathe, and start increasing the speed until it starts to rattle a bit. And you stop increasing the speed there, but leave the lathe on. And the reason I'm saying that is because, yes, we did level the lathe, but even though it's showing level on the level, the amount of pressure in all four legs is not the same, because this end has more weight, as we spoke about earlier. So when with the lathe running and your blank kind of shaking a bit, you get your wrench and pick a corner or feel them, and you'll feel that there is a corner that is maybe rattling. So go and adjust that leg with your wrench, and your shaking will either increase or decrease. You want it to decrease. You might actually get rid of it. If you happen to get rid of it, then crank up your speed slightly more and try it one more time. That was my case, for example, when I did this. So then there was a thing about adding weight, and this will become the controversial part of this video. I will put all my stones back underneath of my lathe. I had them there before. I just moved my lathe and clean up the shop, so they're going back now. But that's a controversial part, because people will say, well, you're gonna ruin your bearings, and your lathe was not meant to be that heavy. So let's have a chat about that too. When you turn on something, you're putting your gouge here, or you're coring, you put in pressure from this end, whether you like it or not. We all do it. So the bearings are turning this way. You're putting pressure against the bearings all the time, 100% of the time that you're using your lathe. So if your bearings can handle that pressure from this side, they can handle it from here and from there and from anywhere. So the other thing is, if 2-3 years down the road my bearings go and I can make a video and tell you that I'm still turning, I'm still loving it, that would be a great problem to have. So the other one was the, it was made that way for a reason. Yeah, you're right, Ashley. It was made that way for a reason. And that reason is to save the manufacturer a ton of money. So they're out to make money for themselves. They're not really out to help us. So you're fooling yourself if you think that's the case, unless you go with other companies, right? So for this lathe to be heavy, the manufacturer will have to use better quality steel, heavier gauge metal, and that will cost them money. And that will cost more in shipping and on and on. Hence why this lathe is like $4,000. But if you get a one way or a robust, it's like $10,000 to $12,000 because you're paying for the extra weight, the quality, and those are the differences, right? If you get something like this, then no legs, no nothing, but $1,200. So most lathes have around 1.5 horsepower. So I don't believe that adding weight has a problem. I don't know about the bolting the lathe to the ground though, so I'm not going to speak about that because I really have no argument against it. I will say don't, but I do know of people that have done it and don't have any problems. But in my case, I'm going to put my stones and get churning. So anyways, I hope that helps you out. If you have a beef with my video, leave it down below. We can have a chat about it. Because, believing something and knowing something are two different things. And I do acknowledge that, okay? So maybe what I believe is wrong. And if it is wrong and you can prove it, please share it with me. And I'm more than happy to learn from you. So other than that, I'm just telling you what I think. And I am trying to generally help you. So I hope it comes across that way. But anyways, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.